Alert! 7 common medications that cause serious dementia. Welcome to Science for Real. Have you ever wondered what's actually in the pills you take every day? Most of us simply trust that whatever our doctor prescribes must be safe. But what if I told you that some of the most common medications might actually be plotting against your memory? We're not talking about rare, obscure drugs here. These are pills that millions of people rely on for everyday issues like allergies, depression, heartburn, and other common conditions. Sounds a bit alarming, right? Remember, our bodies are incredibly complex, and even helpful medications can sometimes lead to unintended consequences, especially with long-term use. In today's video, Science for Real will help you uncover 7 common medications that might cause serious memory loss. Should we take this warning seriously? Dementia statistics. Currently, over 55 million people worldwide are battling dementia. That's more than the population of a medium-sized country. Every year, nearly 10 million new cases are diagnosed, and over 60% of these are in low and middle-income countries. The leading cause of dementia is Alzheimer's disease, responsible for 60–70% of cases. This condition affects everything from thinking and memory to mood, making even simple daily activities challenging. What's more, certain common medications may increase the risk of developing dementia. Are you ready to uncover these hidden culprits? 7 common medications linked to memory loss. 1. Anticholinergic drugs. Anticholinergic drugs are the big boss when it comes to memory problems. These medications work by blocking acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter that plays a crucial role in helping you remember what you had for breakfast or the name of your best friend from kindergarten. When acetylcholine is blocked, the brain struggles with memory retention. These drugs are commonly used to treat conditions like overactive bladder, Parkinson's disease, and allergies, so they're not rare at all. You've probably heard of Benadryl, Paxil, or amitriptyline. Yes, they all fall into this category. Research shows that people who regularly use anticholinergic drugs have a significantly higher risk of memory loss. In fact, just using a strong anticholinergic for 3 years can increase your risk of dementia by 50%. Who would have thought, right? 2. Proton pump inhibitors, PPIs. Next up on this alarming list are proton pump inhibitors, PPIs. The stomach saviors. That could also be the brain betrayers. Medications like Nexium and Prilosec, which millions of people take to treat heartburn, might actually increase the risk of memory loss. PPIs work by reducing stomach acid production, but this can interfere with the absorption of vitamin B12, a vitamin essential for brain function. When you're low on B12, your memory can start to slow down like a turtle, and your risk of dementia increases. Some studies have even shown that regular PPI users have a 44% higher risk of developing dementia. So, next time you're battling heartburn, you might want to think twice before reaching for that PPI. 3. Benzodiazepines. Ranked 3rd on this list are benzodiazepines, the short-term heroes for anxiety relief, but potentially the memory foes if used long-term. Medications like Valium and Xanax are well known for their calming effects, but they may bring unintended consequences to your brain over time. Studies show that regular benzodiazepine users have a much higher risk of memory loss. If taken for over 6 months, this risk can increase by up to 84%. While the exact mechanism isn't fully understood, benzodiazepines are known to affect memory and cognitive function even in the short term. So, if you find yourself leaning too heavily on these calmness companions, you may want to think twice to avoid bigger issues down the road. 4. Corticosteroids. In 4th place are corticosteroids, powerful anti-inflammatory drugs that can put out the fire of inflammation but may also burn away parts of your memory. Don't confuse these with muscle-building steroids. Corticosteroids like prednisone are used to treat inflammatory conditions such as asthma, arthritis, and allergies. While highly effective at reducing inflammation, corticosteroids also carry a dark side. Studies suggest that long-term use can alter the structure and volume of gray and white matter in the brain. Research even shows that after 90 days of continuous use, the risk of memory loss becomes notably higher, especially in people aged 50–60. So, while short-term use may not be cause for concern, think carefully if you're considering long-term corticosteroid treatment. 5. Antidepressants. Fifth on the list are antidepressants, the mood-boosting friends that help lift spirits but may also chip away at memory if used improperly. Specifically, tricyclic antidepressants like imipramine, amitriptyline, and doxepin have been found to increase the risk of memory loss. These drugs work by altering levels of neurotransmitters in the brain, helping to balance mood. However, with long-term use, their side effects may impact memory retention and cognitive function. Notably, depression itself is a risk factor for memory loss, so the use of these medications should be carefully considered. If you're taking antidepressants long-term, you might want to discuss optimal options with your doctor. 6. Antihistamines. Ranked 6th are antihistamines, the heroes for allergy season, but they can silently disrupt your memory if misused. Older antihistamines, like Benadryl, have anticholinergic effects, meaning they block acetylcholine, essential for memory. Studies show that regular use of antihistamines may increase the risk of memory loss. If you only take them occasionally, you're likely safe. However, if you rely on them every allergy season, you may want to switch to newer antihistamines like Claritin or Zyrtec, which offer similar relief with less risk to the brain. This way, you can battle allergies without worrying about your memory. 7. Opioids. Finally, the star at number 7 is opioids, powerful painkillers with a hidden risk of stealing your memory. Opioids like morphine and oxycodone are commonly prescribed for severe or chronic pain, but they're not just addictive, they're also linked to cognitive decline. Research shows that people who regularly use opioids have a 15% higher risk of developing memory loss than non-users. This effect is especially noticeable in those over 75. Although it can be hard to separate the impact of chronic pain from the effects of the medication, opioids should be used cautiously due to these potential memory risks and only when truly necessary. Tips and precautions. After hearing about medications that might make your memory disappear, you're probably thinking, so, what do I do now? Should I toss all my meds in the trash? Not so fast. You don't have to live uncomfortably with pain, allergies, or anxiety. The key is to be smart about how you use medication. Here are some survival tips to protect your memory without having to give up on meds entirely. Only use when truly necessary. It sounds simple, but many people, casually, take medications they don't need. Antihistamines, heartburn meds. These are common drugs people take daily just because they seem safe. If you can manage symptoms naturally, like with diet changes or lifestyle adjustments, opt for that instead of loading your body with meds every day. Use the lowest effective dose. If you need medication, work with your doctor to find the lowest effective dose that still works. Minimizing the dosage also reduces the impact on memory. Remember, less is more is often the better choice. Consider alternatives. Medication isn't always the only option. For example, cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, can effectively manage anxiety without benzodiazepines. You may be surprised at how well it works without the worry of memory loss from long-term use. Watch out for anticholinergic burden. Many different medications, even those that seem unrelated, can collectively raise the risk of memory loss if they have anticholinergic properties. These effects can build up over time. There are online tools to calculate your total anticholinergic burden from all the meds you take. It's worth checking to see if you're overloaded. Don't stop meds abruptly. If you're concerned about a particular medication, don't stop it suddenly. Some drugs, especially benzodiazepines or antidepressants, can cause serious withdrawal effects. Consult your doctor for a safe tapering plan if needed. Schedule regular medication reviews. As you age, your body processes drugs differently. Medications that work well in your 40s might not be the best choice in your 60s. Regular reviews with your doctor ensure you're still using the most suitable medications for your health needs. Be cautious with long-term use. Most studies show these drugs only become problematic with extended use. So, if you're taking a medication for just a few days or weeks, don't worry too much. However, if you've been using it for months or years, consider discussing other, lower-risk options with your doctor. Remember, you have the right to ask questions. A good doctor will always welcome your questions about your medications. Why do I need this drug? Are there alternative options? What are the long-term risks? These questions can give you a better understanding of the benefits and risks. Remember, the goal here isn't to scare you off necessary medications but to help you make smarter choices. And don't forget, there are plenty of other ways to keep your brain healthy without relying on meds. Regular exercise, a healthy diet, staying socially connected, and challenging your mind with activities like chess or learning new skills have all been shown to help maintain memory and mental clarity. You may not be able to avoid using medications, but you can certainly control how you use them. By following these tips, you'll become your brain's best friend, minimizing unnecessary memory risks. So, after all this, should you panic and toss all your meds in the trash? Absolutely not. The goal isn't to stop all medications immediately but to be smarter in how you use them. Be a good friend to your brain by understanding the benefits and potential drawbacks of the medications you take. Don't hesitate to ask your doctor questions like, why do I need this medication? Are there alternative options? What are the long-term risks? A good doctor will be more than happy to answer these for you. Also, don't forget that there are countless ways to keep your brain sharp without relying on medication. Regular exercise, healthy eating, social engagement, and mental challenges are all natural boosters that keep your brain functioning well. In fact, these habits may be even more crucial than avoiding certain risky medications. And remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to brain health. Equip yourself with information to make wise choices and protect your brain from memory decline as you age. Thanks for watching Science for Real. If this video was helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so that your friends and family can also take better care of their brain health.